applying for a job, but you don't know how it will go. The crunchy, nervous feeling you feel in your body is called fear. In 2014, I applied for a very selective group of Girl Scouts called MIHS, which stands for Mackinac Island Honor Scouts. As Honor Scouts, we go to Mackinac Island to help serve as tour guides and to raise and lower flags.
Why does raising and lowering flags seem like a giant honor?
As honor guards, we are serving for the governor. Raising and lowering flags may not seem very big. However, in fact, it is for the governor, which is huge. Picture this in your mind. You are in a small white building on a very cold November day. You are hoping that your interview goes well and that you don't mess up horrendously on your 2-minute memorized speech. The adrenaline rush of fear you feel rushing through your blood should show you just how nervous all 15 girls in a small hallway are at one time. About a month later, I came home from a cold school day, and I see this large yellow envelope with a prong holding it shut and the name Pam Meyer, who is the director of the troop, in the top left corner. My mom began shouting constantly, "Open it, open it." As I began to open the envelope, I hear my sister creeping slowly down the hallway as she hears my mom screaming with joy. The first word I see is congrats, and I jump with joy and almost lose my voice as I read the rest of the letter. Congrats, Ashley Johnson, on being accepted into the Mackinac Island Honor Scouts. You should be filled with great honor. This year we had 20 girls apply for 10 available slots. Fill these 5 forms out and return them to Pam Meyer by December 13th. Our first training will take place in February, I announced to my mom and sister. Your father and I are so proud of you, Ashley. We knew you would get in, stated my mom in a proud voice. After completing 5 months of training, doing all we possibly can to prepare for the 604,800 seconds we spent on the island serving as the governor's guard, we are packed and ready to go. We are dressed in highly complicated uniforms at 6 o'clock in the morning. The uniforms include a khaki skirt, white blouse shirt with a tab tie to go around your neck, a khaki sash, and of course the hideous green knee-high socks and the green old-fashioned hats to top off the uniform. In those uniforms, you stand at parade rest for 3+ hours, serving as tour guides, and we also raise and lower flags on the island. On the last day of serving the people and tourists of Mackinac Island, our troop marches their way to Greeny Grove at midnight to celebrate the service we have shown this week. Greeny Grove is a somber spot for scouts serving on the island. I never realized how sad this day would be until I actually experienced it. Welcome to Greeny Grove Scouts. We believe this to be a time of sadness and heartbreak. As we begin to end our unforgettable friendships on this week of service, I will light a flame symbolizing the eternal flame of light. As it goes around, please say something you enjoyed and will miss about this troop for the next 5 months, quietly stated by the Junior Leadership Advisor. Starting with the Senior Scouts, a flame is passed around by 70 Girl Scouts and tears rolling down our faces. When the flame finally reaches me, it's my turn to light the candle. I say, the time of service on the island has brought all these unforgettable friendships to light. As I watched everyone grip a piece of an American flag that had been torn up, I whispered to my friend in the troop, "Why is everyone so upset?"
Why were you sad leaving?
MIHS troop is like your second family. Imagine losing the only family you know. As MIHS Scouts, we are leaving our family for half a year, or maybe forever if you're a senior. I never understood the lifelong friendships one could make during a long service week. As we near the end of our time spent together, the pieces of the flag are thrown into the fire as they burn up. The Senior Scouts collect the ashes that smell as if something had just recently been cooked. Before we leave the fire, we sing a song together as a group. I want to linger a little longer here with you. Everyone saying in a somber tone as we head to Inspiration Point. Service on the island has a lesson. It may be hard work, but in the end, you always create lifelong friendships. Inspiration Point is an example of that sad yet exciting opportunity not everyone gets to experience. On the 8th and final day serving for the Honor Guard, waking up at 2 a.m. for final inspection, we leave the island hearing these words: laughed, laughed, laughed. Do you have Girl Scout cookies? Laughed, laughed, laughed. As we march down the steep Fort Hill to board the ferry. About 10 minutes into the ferry ride, you hear every Scout member shout, "Ready, seniors? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, as they take off their dog tags, which some have worn for 6 years, and chuck them into the water in the same place every senior before them has for at least 50+ years.
In the future, how would you feel if you got to throw your own dog tags?
Every senior who graduated that year has that honor. Since I am a junior this year, that means I will get to throw my dog tag next year, and I am excited. At this point, I think, what would have happened if I never applied for this troop? Would I ever feel this proud of myself and the amount of service I had just shown? Service is a big part of the troop as we spend a week on Mackinac Island helping the people around this well-known place. If I never applied, I would never understand the true meaning of service. Success has nothing to do with what you gain in life or accomplish for yourself. It's what you have to do for others.
Would you like to return to the future?
This past year, I was psyched to return to 2015-2016. This upcoming January will be my 3rd year returning to the troop, and I'm really excited.